Hey guys, I just wanted to say sorry for not uploading for a while. It's back to the other ones. I've been on vacation. Like you can tell from this me scaring people. It was fun. So yeah, there we go. Today we have 5 nightmare including sleep paralysis stories. So yeah, this is without oh, okay. Sorry, I was just reading that. I don't know. Like who reads these days during the summer? I don't know why I read that. My bad. I don't even know why. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and start on it. And then if you guys want to watch the one, oh my gosh, the original video will be down below so you can watch it or whatever, so you can watch it full or big yourself or whatever. Let's get started because I'm wondering what, like, I didn't know what sleep paralysis is. It's like when you're asleep and you wake up in your sleep and you can't move and you have horrifying ones or whatever. God. I never had one before, but I don't know. I'm glad I never had one before. So anyway, let's get started. So yeah, I can just tap it. I don't even have to click that. See, touch screen. Sleep paralysis for studies. I've been around it weird. I don't know.
Has anyone ever had sleep paralysis before? I tell you, it's one of the strangest, most fascinating, yet horrifying things that you could experience. It's the feeling of being unable to move upon awakening.
Okay.
Your senses and awareness are intact, but you still feel as though you're in this half-asleep, half-awake state. I'd heard stories of this long before it happened to me. I've only experienced it once. I was in college. I was going through an incredibly tough time in my life. I was insanely stressed during finals week. I wasn't getting much sleep. It must have been the night before my last final. I went to bed late because I stayed up all night studying for bio. I don't remember at what point I decided to finally call it. I just remember it all becoming a blur and blackness. Next thing I remember, I was in my room, in my bed. But there was this weird haziness in my awareness. Like I was awake, but I felt weaker. And when I tried to move, I couldn't. I could only move my eyes to look around the dark room. At one point, when I guess I was looking to one side of the room, I looked back to the center, and there was this woman standing dead center in the room, facing the bed. She was wearing this black dress and holding some long object. I wanted to call out, "Mom?" but my paralysis prevented it. I couldn't say anything. The woman came closer to me until she knelt down and touched my forehead. I could feel it. She got eye to eye with me, and I could see my mother's face. I tried to say "Mom" again, desperately, but I was stuck in my own body. She stood back up and walked to the doorway before disappearing into the house. I lay there, unable to move, maybe another 10 to 20 seconds before my vision suddenly became more clear, and I was able to think more clearly as well. I was able to sit up. I jumped out of the bed, screaming "Mom" over and over. I ran to the bedroom hallway, yelling her name. A door opened down the hall, and someone came to hug me, but it wasn't my mom. It was my dad, telling me he misses her too. My mom died 3 weeks before this happened.
Hold on.
Get closer.
Oh gosh, ad.
That still works. Still works.
Man. Oh my god. Oh my. Oh, that's horrible and terrifying at the same time. Yeah, I've been not sleeping at the few nights, so I'll never be able to sleep again if I ever had this before. Yeah, I hope I never had one of these. This is weird. Like, I know what it is, and I hurt him. stories or whatever, but I never went to make sure I have one. Let's get started. I'm kind of concerned what's the next one about to be about. What's the next one? Please don't be too bad.
You know what I love about dreams? How vague and how bizarre they can be. You feel like you're in this separate world where things can just make no sense. Now, what about when that unearthliness transcends into the quote-unquote real world? You'll see what I mean in a minute. I was in REM sleep having this bizarre nightmare about being followed by some weird creature in the middle of the woods. The dream became fuzzy though, and I kind of woke up from it. I say kind of because while I was out of the dream and back in my bed, I couldn't move a muscle in my body. I started hearing this faint, weird noise. It was this indescribable, robotic, yet alive type sound. It started light and soft, but it repeated every 3 seconds. I noticed it was getting slightly louder every time.
What?
I felt like the sound was getting closer. It got so unbearably loud in my head, I just wanted to scream, but I couldn't. Then my eyes locked onto the closet door. Specifically, the crack in the closet door, which I never leave open, ever. There was this distorted face of a man looking between the crack, with this unhumanly large open-mouthed smile. And every time I heard the noise, it seemed as if the closet and the face were getting closer, until the closet door slammed shut, and everything went silent. I regained control of my body shortly after that, and the first thing I did, even though I was 24 years old, was run to my parents' room to get my dad to check the closet with me. There was nothing in the closet though, or the rest of my room. My dad seemed pretty confident that what I just experienced was sleep paralysis, and that he had experienced it once as well. Didn't make me feel any less disturbed about what I just went through. Many years ago, I had a sleep paralysis experience. I knew there was a thing in my closet, something really evil, but I also knew I was dreaming and I should face my fear. I tried not to look directly at the closet door, but if I moved my eyes, my head would turn away. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't look directly at it. Then I woke up in a cold sweat. At first I felt really relieved that it was over, but very shortly I realized it wasn't a dream, and there was really something in the closet. I was laying on my back and couldn't move. I didn't really hear it, but I could kind of feel the sickening laughter wash over me in waves, emanating from the closet. All of a sudden, the thing throws a human head at me, and it lands on my chest face up. It was this girl I knew in high school.
What the fuck?
Up to this point, I was kind of holding it together, terrified but not panicked.
That is horrifying.
I can't even scream. All I could do is make these grunting sounds and moaning noises. I'm wriggling and straining, trying to rock from side to side to get it off me, but I can't move. This seemed to last maybe another minute or two, and then I really woke up. It was so traumatic that for weeks I would be scared when I woke up that I wasn't actually awake, and something horrible could happen at any second. It still makes my skin crawl when I think about that laugh. The thing is, I never heard of sleep paralysis or night terrors at that point in my life. I thought I was losing my mind.
Oh, here comes another ad. Two more. I just want to finish this.
I've suffered sleep paralysis a total of 3 times in my life.
The
first 2 times, it just consisted of me waking up not being able to move my body. The third time was much different though.
Okay.
I had woken up very early morning, probably like between 5 and 6 a.m. when the sun was just starting to come up. There was light in the room, but barely any. I tried to move, but I had that unfortunately familiar feeling of paralysis, helplessness. My eyes fixated on the wall. There was nothing I could do. Then suddenly, I heard heavy footsteps coming up the stairs of my bedroom. It was my brother, followed by my sister, dad, and mom. They were all sobbing hysterically, and they all seemed to be at least a foot taller. It was unnerving. The 4 of them approached my bed, then stopped at the bedside, towering over me, all 4 of them crying. I couldn't move. I wanted to cry for help or just yell at them to stop because they were scaring me. Their heights, they looked like they
yeah,
were
that
near
was
to hitting the
scaring
ceiling.
me.
Then, just as quickly as they entered, all four of them turned and walked back down the stairs.
Yeah, get out of my room.
And so I ran down the stairs to follow them, but they weren't in the outside area. I went to each of their rooms one at a time. All four of them were fast asleep. My heart was racing because the most surreal, unnerving thing just happened to me. I had to lean on the wall to gather my thoughts for a second, breathing heavily. Falling back asleep was futile the rest of the night. I lay awake until the sun was fully up. A few days later, I was struck by a speeding car when crossing the road with friends and ended up with 3 broken bones and a fractured thigh bone.
Oh, damn.
I was hospitalized for a week, and at one point, all 4 of my family members stood next to my hospital bed, looking down at me, my mom being emotional and crying. It was almost the same image from my sleep paralysis.
Holy shit.
I'm not superstitious at all, but if I were, I would 100% believe that dream was some kind of sign, or some kind of prediction of the future. In fact, I just got chills writing that last sentence, thinking about it.
Holy shit. Oh my.
There was this one time I was out late drinking with friends. It was some point in the summer of 2016. We were kind of just walking around town and then around the neighborhood when one of my friends spotted someone hiding in a bush. He pointed and said, "Look," and we all walked a little closer to get a better look.
Walk away
See
from
what
it.
he was talking about, but just barely. It was bizarre, like someone hiding in this bush in front of this house.
Get away
When we got too
from
close,
the
apparently,
bush.
this weird, off-putting sound started coming from the bush. So we all screamed and laughed and ran away. We screamed because it was scary, but laughed because at the same time it was bizarrely funny.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Us, so.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, we walked back to our houses respectively,
funny my ass.
assuming whoever was in that bush was just messing with people. I fell asleep pretty easily that night since I was drunk, but next thing I remember was waking up to the near pitch blackness of my room. I couldn't look at the clock to see what time it was because I literally couldn't move. I was in a sleep paralysis state. I looked around the room with my eyes only and started to hear a familiar noise. The noise we heard coming from that bush.
No.
Then I looked straight in front of me, at the foot of my bed, and what I saw was pure nightmare fuel.
Holy
shit! It appeared to be this floating, grotesque, horrific head of a demonic ghost-like thing.
Holy
As it got closer to me, I realized it wasn't floating.
Oh
There was a body, but its body blended in with the blackness of the room. Its mouth hung
that's
open, and
fucking
it just kept making the
terrifying.
familiar noise from the bush. It got mere inches from my face before it suddenly
Please
just
shut up.
faded away.
I'm not looking
I
at
was
shit.
able to let out a scream and move my body.
Oh my god.
I sat in my bed, panting and heart racing.
Oh my god, it freaked
I
me
flicked
out.
on the lamp and checked around my bed, but that demonic thing was gone.
Oh, finally.
What I just experienced seemed so real, like I was awake for it. It wasn't a dream. I told my parents about it the next day, and they agreed with me that it was sleep paralysis, though they had never heard of anyone seeing freaky shit like that before.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, these are the ones I haven't reacted to. Summertime and this. I got all these. But this one, this one, but I really feel like listening to it. God. Mark like the protection one. Oh god. Well, that one definitely creeped me out the face. But you know what? I'll be happy looking at this face tonight. Here's my dog. Hey, Ruby. She's so beautiful. She's a beautiful husky. Oh, jeez. She probably heard the story too. She's like, yeah, I'm out of here. She's like, yeah, I'm going to sleep. I'm not listening to this anymore. She probably heard it. She was like, nope, I'm going to bed. Good night. Leave me alone. I'm trying to sleep because you terrified me with the story. Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh my god, I feel bad for my dog. She literally looks like she hold it, but I know dogs can't understand humans and all. I already know that, but But right now I'm thinking about how it kind of looks like it was, I don't know. Oh my god, I'm so tired and it's so... Yeah. Yeah. She is a beautiful husky though. She's how old? No. Almost 3 years old. This December should be 3. It kind of took me a while to remember what year we got her. She was a little puppy back in 2017 in December, and in December of 2018 she was 1, and in December of 2019 she was 2. In 2020 this year she will be 3 years old. She acts like more. Yeah, she has a big old mouth. She likes to talk back when she gets in trouble. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I'm already done. Thanks for watching. I'm done. Bye.